All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am istherenoonelse. And today's video, we are going to do a little bit of PvP commentary about my resto healer, my Oakensoul healer. Now, I did a discussion on this during the PTS, and I talked about how Oakensoul isn't going to be just for gankers. It's not just for werewolves. I provided a bunch of different options. And then I did a whole nother video talking about how this is going to be just absolutely busted on healers. And I went into it and I showed different, I showed a healing spec to where you can have really high uptime and you can abuse Life Giver. Now, before we dive into this video, and before we do some commentary and everything, you guys can see the gameplay footage in the background. So I can just talk and kind of explain things. But I tried to show during the PTS how powerful this is. And the thing with Oakensoul is powerful in and of itself. It is the most powerful mythic in the game, in my opinion. Where it really gets powerful on top of that, like its power is in Major Force and Major Berserk in the same mythic without much of a downside, little to no. Like I've done the math on it and I've shown that it's basically the same strength as like 2 to 3. It's 2 to 3 times stronger than other mythics in PvP. It's just way stronger. Most people agree with this. If you don't agree, that's fine. You can feel free to go back and watch my video and you can debate how I came up with that. But yeah, it's pretty clearly very strong. Major Force and Major Berserk by themselves are very strong. But on top of that, we have Major Heroism, which is the most problematic. The most problematic thing on Oakensoul is Major Heroism, because what it does is it allows you to abuse extremely powerful ultimates. Now, ultimates should be powerful. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. Ultimates are what they say they are. They're ultimates. It's a special ability that you don't have all of the time to use. They're used a lot. And some ultimates are a lot more powerful than others. I have contended that Life Giver or Resto Ult is one of the most powerful ultimates in the game, considering the cost, considering what it provides. And you are able to completely abuse it with an Oakensoul ring due to Major Heroism. You get your ult back so much faster, and you're able to stack multiple different forms of ultigen that just allow you to get to your resto ult. I'll keep a counter of my resto ults for you guys that want to see it, and you guys can see how many I hit in this BG, and you can do the math for yourself. But yeah, it just allows you to abuse different things. I've already shown some Dragonite gameplay where I abuse Corrosive. I've shown some Nightblade gameplay where I abuse Incap. You can abuse literally anything. Resto Ult, Destro Ult. If you want to do Shifting Standard on a DK and you're running with a Mag Crow with Talons, and you got Talons and Standard and you're providing extra synergies, that's going to be ridiculously effective because you're going to have 100% uptime on this. It just gets rid of the entire, like, ultimates have been balanced around cost versus strength for a long time. Like Werewolf is expensive because when it's been strong, when you get into it, you're into it for a very long time, and it used to provide a ton of strength. So it would take you a while to get into it. Incap used to be really cheap, and they had to increase the cost because it was providing too much for what the cost was. At one point, Trees was 50 ultimate. And they had to increase the cost on that. Dawnbreaker was a little bit cheaper as well. And they've slowly been balancing all these different ultimates to try and make not only effectiveness, but overall cost to try and balance things out. And the problem is when you slap Major Heroism with 100% uptime in PvP, it throws all that balance out of whack. It completely throws it. And the thing is people have commented multiple times on my videos, oh, you can get Major Heroism with Daedric Trickery, or you can get Major Heroism with this set. You only get 66% uptime with those. This is 100% in the same scenario. And it's a 1-piece versus a 5-piece. So what that means is you can fit 3 other ultigen sets, which is what I'm doing here. I'm running 3 other ultigen sets on top of Oakensoul, which is also an ultigen set. So the difference is, in a traditional build, you can run 2, 3 ultigen sets. With Oakensoul, you can run 4. And so that's the difference. That's where you start stacking things and it gets out of hand. I'm even running Minor Heroism pots here. Now, if I was a Nord, I'd have more ultigen. If I was a Red Guard or an Imperial, that would be even better. But I am not. I'm just a Dark Elf, and I'm not going to change things because I really don't have to. Like, this is just so easy. And so we're just abusing healing mechanics here. There's no such thing as smart healing in this game. I just hit a couple skills. If I see a health bar go down, I cast a Resto Ult. Like if I see a bunch of people in the area, I just cast a Resto Ult, and I know if their health bar starts to drop, the Resto Ult is going to heal them for a tick, and it's going to be fine. And I know I can spam Resto Ult because if they start taking damage, I cast one, and then I'll have another one for them again. And so Life Giver itself also casts all the different healing abilities. And so it gives you everything. And that's the point I'm trying to make. This isn't easy. This isn't hard to do. I see a bunch of people getting chased here. And so I'm just popping heals, trying to keep people alive. And you see they're going to attack me. So I pop a Resto Ult. And so I'm streaking through people right here just to try and slow down this ball. And yeah, we're getting split up a little bit. Like we're going through walls and everything. I can't keep up as well because I'm just trying to keep my magic up so I can keep people healed. But that's fine because healing goes through walls. It goes around corners. I don't have to be looking at people. I don't have to be doing any of this. And so, in my opinion, this is one of the easiest things in the game to play that is by far the most effective. Like this is so ridiculously easy for what it is. Like you don't even really have to do anything with the amount of ultigen you have. You could just all you need on your bar is like Resto Ult, and you could probably pull this off still pretty decently well. Obviously, it wouldn't be a full bar setup or anything, but yeah, it's so insanely effective. And so, like I said, we talked about it on the PTS. This is existent during the PTS, and it still made it to live. And people are going to get, I know there's a portion of the community that gets mad at content creators for sharing builds and posting stuff. But the thing is like, I still personally think you guys are getting mad at the wrong people. Like, why are you getting mad at the people posting stuff that exists in the game and not the people that have a chance to make a change? Like, there's nothing I can do about this. If I had a chance to change this, it literally would have been changed during the PTS. There's no way it would have went live the way it is if I was in charge. So if I ever was in charge of ESO and this happened, then yeah, get mad at me. But when you talk about it on the PTS, when you talk about it throughout the game, when you post different healer content, and when you show how brain dead it is, and then people still get mad about it, like, guys, this is going to get figured out. Like people are going to see this. You don't have to run what I'm running. I'm not going to share this. Like, I'm not going to share exactly what I'm running. And frankly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can run whatever healer set you want in any combination you want, and you will be insanely effective on an Oakensoul Healer. You can run it on any class. Like, any class would be good. I did Sorc for the reduced ultimate cost, but you could run Nightblade. You could run Dragon Knight and have ridiculous sustain. A Dragon Knight healer, yeah, you're just spam Resto Ult. It'll be fine. You can run the more traditional Necromancer, Warden, Templar. Like, those will heal for more than this will. But this, I was just trying to really abuse Resto Ult, and it works out pretty well. You guys are going to see my healing power here. I can't streak because I got the ball. And so at this point, I'm getting locked down, but I'm still staying alive despite being in all of the aids. And I'm gonna get pulled in here, and I'm gonna die. But if I had streak here, I don't die. But it is what it is. And I wanted to take a little bit of time out of this video to provide a shout out to this guy that commented on my PTS video so matter-of-factly that Resto Ult healers will not be a thing because you can't block. Guys, I don't have sturdy on this build. And blocking is fine. And you don't even need to block that much because you have Resto Ult almost all the time. The minute you start taking damage outside of your normal heal over times, you cast a Resto Ult, and then you don't die. And then they have to wait for their ult. And guess what? You get yours back faster than they do. And so, yes, Resto Ult healer is 100% a thing. I 100% talked about it back then. We did 7 minutes of a BG, and I had 2.2 million healing, guys. So if we went a full duration of a BG, that's 4.4 to 4.5 million healing pretty easily. This is what I'm talking about. It's not hard. Didn't take a ton of skills. I'm casting ultimates. A lot of things need to be addressed here. Number 1, Oakensoul. Number 2, smart healing. Number 3, life giver. Like all these things should be looked at. And this is just a hyper, like I said, Oakensoul amplifies what's broken. But Oakensoul is also broken in PvP because of it providing major heroism. So that's the end of this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, please provide in the section below. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.